Welcome back to the adventures of the suspiciously restored Game Gear the Wise. How will we get out of this one, gang? Well, I'm sure we've got some sort of reason. Legitimacy. During your son's funeral, you finally decide to reveal yourself with some cleverly prepared documents and a heavily bribed group of physicians. You make your way to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Game Gear Liberty. The crowd audibly gasp. Some even attempt to pull you from the stage, but are stopped by your guards. It is difficult to believe, but many years ago I went into exile to foil a plot on my life. A plot brought about by vicious rumors and heresy, but whoa, I am forced to return and help bring stability to our poor, weak household. The physicians all nod in agreement and begin to pass out copies of the convincing document. One lord begins to clap, then another, and before long, the entire room is in applause. You notice, however, that out of the corner of your eye, a few troublesome lords storm out of the room. Thank you, everyone. We gain Suspicious Lord. Now, more to the point, and this is what everybody's been asking for, which is why perhaps he arranged this funeral. We are now legitimately recognized as Game Gear, the Game Gear with all of our children, all of our siblings, our parents, and of course, the bloodline that we founded all those many years ago. He is, of course, now 87 rather than 2,000 years old or whatever, because he was such a mysterious character. No one knew when he was born, no one knew who he was, but now he's recovered everything. He's managed to convince people by bribing some random guys. Not only that, we've got something else, but we'll see it later. I won't talk about that too much. So, we've got to claim Chicago, and it has to happen today. I want to form this religion as soon as possible, because we're so close. We're 54. All we've got to do is A, be elected, and B, grab Chicago. That's it. We don't need to do anything else. In fact, Wilkinsburg is part of Ohio, isn't it? I was going to say maybe we could grab that from Ohio, but they are a little bit strong. Not that we couldn't just, you know, get loads of troops, but I don't believe we could border dispute it. I think getting a Castle is just going to be as difficult as getting, obviously, claims on Chicago, but Chicago, I think, is also a little more valuable. We've got an absurd amount of gold to the valiant Game Gear of Essex. Thank you. I am told you did not receive a single scratch during your initiation. That is the kind of impressive commander we would be honored to have sitting at our table. You are hereby humbly invited to join our ranks. Thank you, my friend. He is, of course, infirm as Great Pox Lunatic, but he has 31 Marshal. He is a brilliant strategist and a Terminator already. So he's actually already been through the Adeptus once, but he has to work his way back up. Because although the Lords recognize him as the legitimate Game Gear of Essex, before his suspicious and untimely disappearance, these guys don't give a shit about that. They don't give a shit about politics or law or anything like that. He's going to have to prove himself once again, just as everybody has to. We're now part of the society. That's cool. I'm again a good opinion of Walter as well, the guy that we dueled to get into there in the first place. That was quick. You expend your immortal blood to rapidly fuel the nanomachines in your body. The process leaves you thoroughly drained and places extreme strain on your mind. However, the nanomachines were able to restore any lost physical ability. So, this is an event whereby if you are assimilated, you can restore certain bodily functions by, you know, using your nanomachines. But it doesn't it's not just an immediate thing. It does come with a price. This time around, we gain stressed and malnourished. Now, we're not able to use our nanomachines again to restore ourselves if we are stressed and malnourished. So, if we get infirm again, we're just going to have to accept it until we can deal with the other aspects of that sort of the mental issues and the sort of you know, expenditure that we're putting the pressure on this guy's his organic components, whatever he's got left. So we all need to consider the fact that we could potentially become infirm again because we've got Great Pox, Syphilis, we've got Lunatic as well, and I believe that gives an increased chance of becoming incapable. Essentially, your mind just rots away, right, under your disease here. You want to be the guardian of T300 Liberty? Absolutely not. Do we worry about succession? Well, I mean, as long as we've got an heir, I don't really care too much. We should really marry off, like, Dreamcaster. Did you regenerate as well? Because you're also malnourished and stressed. Obviously not assimilated. We actually can't assimilate anybody yet, but of course we might get around to that at some point. Okay, let's marry you off immediately to just about anybody. We need to make sure the family key is what? The family tree is kicking around, not the family key is tricking around. I'm going to take the 451 gold, because that's an absurd amount. We're almost at 10k gold. What the hell are we going to spend all this stuff on? Well, I saw a comment that suggested, why not just build a city in Toledo, seeing as we have 4 out of 7 domain sides, and we've got the cash for it. It's only 900 gold. I mean, we could build 10 goddamn cities if we really wanted to. Plus, it means if ever we go into a rebellion, if ever we are, I don't know if there is incite to revolt in but if we're ever forced into a war against our liege, we're not going to become feudal, because we will have a city holding in our capital. So we definitely want to do that as soon as possible. Again, we could also build another, and this is kind of what I'm saving it for, building another great work. We could just build great works when we become in charge. We could build great works everywhere. That would be awesome. Just sink all the gold into building over every single one of these provinces. I think that could be very, very cool. And how much gold are we making per month now? Still only 61. I guess it's because this character started with a huge amount anyway. And because we're not really spending it on anything right now. We're just sort of waiting for claims, waiting for the election to go through, especially is one of the big things here. So, one of you pointed out as well, and I didn't know this, that Gordy O'Brien, the reason he went into hiding is because his state intrigue dropped significantly because his regent is incompetent. Oh, our regent is us. Wait. Were we always his regent? Because I feel like that wasn't always the case. But basically, yesterday, you might remember, we had a plot to kill Overseer Gordy. When he went into hiding, because he's such a good intrigue character, our plot power actually shot up because he's in hiding. So he can't actively, you know, try and foil assassins with his plans or whatever. So, there we go. I don't know why, because we've got 26 intrigue as well. Although I guess if you're plotting against him as his spy master, that probably wouldn't play into it, right? That would be a bit counterintuitive. We could invest in our local economy, our foreign economy. In fact, that gives build cost, build time modifiers and let us build the city a lot quicker. We've got the goddamn money for it, so why not, huh? It was a total disaster. Oh, God. Okay. He denied the investment. Okay, so we've got to talk to someone else then. And then we'll set a huge investment. And we got failed investment in our own town, which is kind of a shame. It's general opinion -5 there. National tax modifier -5 and a build cost +5%. But we got a small foreign profit. Gives build cost, national tax, diplomacy. Was it worth it? The +1 diplomacy definitely doesn't cancel out the -5 general opinion. Now, speaking of that, we also got Suspicious Lord. His character is seemingly unkillable, annoying local lords who cannot be elected, but inspiring the zealots, as we sort of similar to what we had before there. General opinion -20 to counteract the fact that immortals are horribly broken in CK2, and we want to sort of avoid that. For a long time now, you've not felt the presence of the Omnissiah in your thoughts. You're starting to question whether the gods exist at all, or whether they are just tales made up to explain the world. You are a liar. These blasphemous thoughts will soon... Yeah, well, get rid of it. Getting the trait depressed if we have to. Not that we did, thank God. We might want to, seeing as it places such mental stress on us. Flip over to, weirdly enough, to keep the immortal robot alive, we might have to go drinking quite a lot and take the carouse in focus. Thank you. Make the arrangements for 100 gold. So who do we want to challenge to an arm wrestling match? We want to pick the person with the highest personal combat, I guess. We'll pick the strongest one we can find. And of course we beat him. It's a little bit unfair. I think we've got a little bit too much of an advantage at this stage, huh? So, like I was saying, we want to ensure House Liberty survives, because our character is not going to have any kids anytime soon, so we need to make sure that these other characters are married off. So we've got Adelrust, Liberty, great name. Let's marry you off to basically whoever we command and just ensure that we're staying on top of this marriage game. So she is 33. She's also like her brother-in-law. That was his sister-in-law anyway, because he was married to... Oh, no, it was cousin. It was a cousin, I think. Anyway, as long as everybody's married off, I don't really mind. Oh, God, we're running out of family members very, very quickly. Shit. Right, you marry him, because he's a genius, so that works out for me. You go for actually anything, and then let's matrilineally marry off just all of the women if we can find them. Or if we can find anybody to marry them off too, that is. Eugene is 54. It's going to be a no from me. I think we'll wait on that one. So, we need to marry her off, so I'm going to mark her a special interest, because obviously, now that we are in charge again, 88, we're going to have to keep a very close eye on our descendants, rather than our own immediate children. Dreamcast is married off. Haley is not married off, so we'll find someone for you. Adelrust is. Emma is not, so let's mark you as special interest. Man, we've lost a lot of characters. Holy shit, and this is the last of the family tree. So we're back over to... Yeah, that's it. So everybody who's marked as special interest are the last generations here. So let's make sure these people are married off then. Range marriage, matrilineally. It's only Eugene. We're going to have to invite some people to court then. Noble, 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 noble. It's not like we can't afford it. Welcome. We might also want to invite some, I don't know, like, nobles. We could go for commanders. They would do pretty well as well. You know, having just a random noble courtier in court isn't going to help. But having a random, random lowborn commander would help out a lot, because we can obviously make them commanders. Right, let's see if we've got anyone for you. So matrilineal marriage. We have a load of people. Wayne, there you go. Enjoy. Then we've got, so we can unmark you as special interest. Then we've got Emma. You need to marry off matrilineally to, let's see by age here, sort of see what we're looking for. Lustful, brawny, ambitious, he'll do. This guy is astute, but he is unfortunately malnourished. This guy's got, although to be fair, this guy has robust voice, so that's okay. I'm still going to go for this guy, though, because he's got lustful. So we just want to ensure that we get numbers, really. We're not too focused on the eugenics aspects of things. We'll work on that if and when we die, so that we can go back to it later on. So let's unmark you. You are now done. And T300, you also need somebody, so let's arrange betrothal. Look for somebody around your own age. Oh, we've got more now. Oh, did I use this instead? That's probably my own mistake there. Right, so, Dennis isn't bad. Dominant voice? Wow, that's very good, huh? Sure. 15-year-old with a dominant voice, it'll do, whatever. They actually said yes to that, did they? Wow, I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest with you. Range betrothal, matrilineal, Dennis. They're allowing that. Excellent, sweet. Okay, So that's going to ensure that our family tree is kicking around for a while. Ohio are inviting us to a war against who? I mean, obviously we're going to do it, because if it's a holy war, then we'll lose moral authority. We need to keep our moral authority as high as possible. That's guaranteed that the family's going to live for a few more generations. I just need to keep doing that. Can we sort, like, our dynasty? That'd be kind of useful if it was, like, your dynasty equals yes, and then you could sort through people who are unmarried just at a glance. You can do that anyway, by obviously sorting by dynasty, and sort by, like, ruler no, search vassals or court or something like that. It's kind of a little bit annoying, though. Okay. So, what's the plan? Now, we ourselves need to get married, too, so we're just looking for generally... Hedwig, sure. Harry Potter's owl will marry you. She's got a congenital trait as well. That's a Klingon. What do you want? Wyona Harris. She wants us to take... Oh, the rulership focus. Okay. I mean, I haven't got such a problem with that. We're on theology right now just to get the 750 party, but I mean, by the time we grab Chicago at the rate we're going, we're going to have that anyway. What do we need for that? We need to wait 3 more years. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait on that one. We're here to defend Ohio. Hopefully in the background, we will also either A, our liege will die, or B, we'll get Claremont Chicago, or both, preferably. That would be kind of nice. How old is he? 57. He might just die in hiding at this stage, huh? We can try and steal an artifact. Oh, God, I didn't even think about that. We haven't done that at all. Now, I'd like to point out, as an immortal, if we get... Whoa, let's check for power armor or something like that. If we get captured, one of the only ways we could die is being executed. So this is increasing our chance to die. I mean, infinitely, because it's one of the only ways we can die, to be honest with you. Because if we do nothing, we will live forever, in theory, as long as we don't piss anyone off. Right, so let's take a look then and sort of see what artifacts you guys have. Old world machinery, we're not too concerned about that. I love that it's all... Brazilian calligraphy. Are they known for their calligraphy? It's just all Rust cultists, huh? These kind of banners are cool. Oh my god, they're stackable. Oh wow. As long as you're pagan, you can have as many of these as possible. That could be a little OP. Okay, fine. Liking it. What about these guys? Got old world books to give learning +3 is obviously incredibly good. We need to probably do Diplo range, yes. And let's sort of see what else we got here. What is the Guarani? It's quality 5. This book detailing the life of an ancient feudal lord in an uncharted Brazil. Okay. It gives us fertility +5, diplomacy +3. Man, I'm suddenly coming up with a whole new Brazilian artwork. It's a football. That's funny. I mean, I'm coming up with a whole new game plan here whereby we can just go around stealing artifacts from people. Fallen Star. So, and then we've got Brazilian robes as well. Oh, that's just pajamas, isn't it? That's just like a dressing gown. Learning +1. Oh, wow. There's no power armor is what you're telling me, though. That's the one thing I've only wanted in this game. I'm going to have to add it myself, aren't I? I have to add Tesla armor, you know, Arcade Gannon's Tesla armor or something like that. You got calligraphy, spoilers for Fallout New Vegas. Taurus, what is... Oh, look at that thing. Holy shit. Martial play, is it as good as the one we've got? Because I'm kind of interested in that. Who was that, Randall? No, it wasn't Randall. It was Nicholas, the Duke of the Finger Lakes. And he's actually not too far away. So real shame we can't go raiding. Although, if we reform the religion, we could take raiding as one of our things and then just go around and steal artifacts or claim artifacts for the Rust God, seeing as that's sort of our point anyway, you know? That seems like it would work really well. In fact, the Iron Fists doctrine that we have access to might do that already. Excuse me, I want to steal artifact. Why can't we do that? Oh, he's in seclusion. Right, fair enough. And what was that gun he had? So that gives 4 martial, 35 personal combat. I think that's just straight up a direct upgrade of the gun we've got, right? Yeah, no, it is significantly better. Morale damage 10%, prestige 1, martial 3, personal combat skill 30. Go to this dude very quickly. So 5 bonus personal combat, 1 bonus martial, plot power defense plus 15%, you shoot him dead. It's just a straight up upgrade. It's like one of the better firearms. That's cool. Do we want another firearm, though, or would it be worth stealing absolutely anything else? Well, I'd like to get those books about, like, diplomacy and learning first, just to give us the stat buffs. I think those would be more valuable. Let's see who we've got, and we'll go on a little thieving expedition, or maybe a banner. Actually, to be fair, like I said, the banner stack, they don't take up any room. Whereas it give martial, morale, defense, morale, damage is obviously incredible, because we've got a lot of upcoming wars. I do like these don't stack either. Sorry, these do stack. They don't take up a slot. Oh, that one takes up a slot. Well, that's confusing. Alright, let's go for that banner. I want that banner. Hank of the Steel Brotherhood, I'm sorry. I am... Nope, not you. Vincent's. You'll do. There we go. Right, so Steel Artifact. We want the Black Cat War banner. Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen this mod before, I'll go over it very, very briefly. But essentially, it's quite well balanced. Well, I actually failed one in the other series. That video will be up by this time. So we actually failed it, despite the fact we were a good character in the Game of Thrones series. Who shall be your accomplice? You will begin once preparations are complete. So, it's based on your own stats. Now, our stats are incredibly high, so chances are we're just going to absolutely rinse this because we are a literal Terminator, as in not just a Terminator in terms of rank, but also we are a machine that can just kick his door in. Now, we're not getting any bonuses from that, I would like to point out. This is all just brilliant strategist, shrewd, prodigy, diligent, zealous, brave. He's just a great character, you know? He's getting a bonus from his catacombs as well there, from his, obviously, personal castle. He's just a good character, and that's all there is to it. But, you know, I feel like it's a little bit unfair. So normally you'd want to take people who have complementary skills, maybe round you out a little bit, or focus entirely on one skill. So if we had 34 Martial, if we take our Martial with us again, that would give us, obviously, a very, very high chance to just rush the place, kill the guards, move, and steal whatever we're after. Dreamcast Liberty or Intrude. Now, she's got better stats all around. She's also got kind of good intrigue, so we could rely on an intrigue run for this. Let's see what they've got. Move in. I want some books. 82% by sneaking in through the window, because we've both got high intrigue. She's got 17. We've got 26, so between us, 82% chance of success. We failed immediately. So like I said, it's not a guarantee. There was also 3 or 4 other steps that we'd have to go through before we were guaranteed there. So, I mean, 80% chance on each one. There is a compounded chance of failure. You know, it's quite a significant one as well. So we can run away, beg for forgiveness, or fight our way out. I mean, fighting our way out... fighting our way out seems like the most appropriate one, huh? So we've got 19% chance of escaping with wounded, 68% chance of just straight up escaping. Run away, 22% chance of escaping with wounded. Okay, that one's actually... Oh no, it's slightly worse. Okay, good. That's 15% chance of being in prison with that one. I'm going to go for this one. That's the lowest chance to be imprisoned. Like I said, imprisoning is one of the only ways we could die, by being executed. Oh god, we're depressed and stressed. My poor guy, he's never going to be able to use his nano machines. He doesn't have the mental fortitude for it. They actually had a daughter. Incredible. Catherine Liberty. Thrift, and I don't care about you, so we're just going to name you something until it looks cool. Let's go for Grimhill. I do like the name Grimhill. I think that's incredible. Let's also immediately marry her off before we do absolutely anything else here. Let's already arrange her a marriage. Let's try and find someone around her age, though. Brian, courtier in Highland. Boom. Done. Right, we're ensuring that the family's kicking around. I just need to get into the habit of doing that, unless they are, like, obviously our direct sons or heirs or something, which we might want to pick a more clever marriage. For just random courtiers, for ensuring that the random family members, to ensure that the dynasty lives. That's a good plan. Oh, wow. Oh, because we've got the theology focus. Shit. As I cut the throat of the ram, it suddenly stopped struggling and looked me straight in the eyes. Even as blood filled the grooves on the altar, I knew that the machine spirits was with me. Although questionable grammar. I feel energized. Lose the trait stressed. Lose the trait depressed. Nice. Okay. We're still malnourished, though. I don't actually know how we get rid of that. Oh, one of you pointed out as well. We've got... That's it. We've got a missing... So you pointed out that we had a missing family in the Republic. It's not that we have a missing family. It's just Gordy O'Brien doesn't have... There are no other members of House O'Brien that are capable of taking over. They're all going to be women or something like that. Yeah, no, it's women all the way down, essentially. So when he dies, there would just be a new house that generates instead. You know, his trade post to be dished out. Now, who has a trade post in Demecca right now? No one. Shaughnessy. Are you joking? We could have actually got that. I should have checked when the guy died. I should have made sure it was paused, but it came to me afterwards. I thought, we should probably check that. And then I realized I was too late, because the AI is like a vulture when it comes to a free trade post in the capital. Detroit conquest of Kawartha. I thought this was one of Ohio's wars, but no, it's our liege. What's he conquering this time? Oh, something up in Canada again, huh? Okay, something in Aurora by the looks of it. Yeah, no, we are going for that one. Okay, well, let's go and help out then. It's born to Wayne von St. Thomas in Halo Liberty, named Wayne. There we go. Another descendant there. Fantastic news. He is foolish. Great. Good. Just what we wanted to hear. Excellent. Nice to see that all that breeding has kept itself in the family tree. Okay, so you could potentially inherit because you're a son, so we are going to give you, obviously, a cool boy name. I think I actually forgot about this one during the first few generations. We've got ZX Bedroom Liberty. Welcome. We lose trait patient. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So we want to get over and obviously help out with that. I don't think they really need our help, but we might as well just make sure, you know, as per usual, that the Republic is running smoothly without us at the helm. And let's, like I said, let's arrange a betrothal immediately here. Alright, never mind then. Let's not arrange a betrothal. Seeing as this kid could potentially... Oh, what's foolish do, though? -3 to everything. You are not going to become my heir, so honestly, anybody is fine then in that case. I don't care who you marry. She'll do. There you go. Better than nothing, huh? But when in 15 generations' time we've got nothing but foolish, lispy, like, hair-lipped children, it's going to be a little bit of an issue, I think. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. Thank you. I'm glad you accepted my... Oh, shit. My niece died due to complications in pregnancy. Well, that sucks. Oh, God. So she only just replaced one family member and then died. Oh, God, that's horrible. Another son. Hey, there we go. Nice. Okay, that's good. Another Wayne Liberty. You guys like that name, huh? It's never going to be Wayne. It's never going to be Wayne. I don't know that we had a Genesis. Genesis is the American variant of the Sega Mega Drive. It was called Mega Drive in the UK, and it's called Genesis in the US for some odd reason. But I think we've had a Mega Drive. We've definitely had a Mega Drive, but I don't think we've had a Genesis. Then we got a load of others still to go for. I'm running out of consoles, though. We're getting to that stage now where I'm going to have to think of a new naming scheme. Salvage Expedition. People in the old world, yep, get me some power armor. I would really kind of like that. The province of Demecca. Really? We're going next door. That's unacceptable. Try again. No, that province is unacceptable. What have we got? Rossman? No. We've got so many places. There we go. United Church there. Iroquois. Yeah, absolutely. That would be my destination. What was that? Oh. I thought somebody declared a holy war on us then. I will find the strongest one I can find, and of course we will absolutely destroy them. Consult with the tech priest for good salvage. Assemble a battle-hardened warband to accompany you. Send envoys ahead to smooth your travels. Excellent. And we are off on a pilgrimage. Now, if anybody can find good stuff, it's going to be Game Gear the Wise, because this guy in power armor is going to be absolutely unstoppable, I think. I mean, we could just indulge in some late-night festivities. Both are the same. 1% chance of us dying. Oh, shit. I'll take it. We became wounded. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. 1% chance of dying. Like I said, we're not going to die as things are, so that's going to infinitely increase our chances of dying. Salvage in Brant. Nothing. There's another site nearby. Come on. I'm finding this whole salvage expedition thing a little disappointing. The most impressive thing we found was a pair of freaking sunglasses, and we've gone on dozens of them at this point. I almost feel like something's a little bit broken behind the scenes in a way, especially because we're using all the options as well. It's not like we're just going out. We are consulting with the tech priest. We're taking an armed guard with us. We're doing everything we can, and we're never getting anything, huh? Another distant relative. Excellent. Angelica, pause it. Let's arrange betrothal. Matrilineal. What have we got then? 0-year-old Genesis. Feel like it's a bad idea. I feel like we're stunting our pool a little bit there. I'm going to mark you special interest. We'll find a marriage for you later on then. And everybody else is betrothed. She's married to this hockey player, apparently, or at least betrothed. Yeah, we'll find someone for you later. I apologize. Right, June Nicholas, we'll come back to you later. We'll find some better artifacts. Like I said, I want goddamn power armor. And I hope it gives them, like, the power armor outfit as well, similar to how those other guys have hockey masks. That would be awesome. I will say, I have no idea whether or not there is power armor. I'm just hoping there is. It's probably a little bit too much of too much of a hope. So our city is built in Toledo as well, Sylvania. So I guess we better start building this place up. My God, it's terrible. Town market seems a little unnecessary. We're making that much gold. We might as well turn it into something. To be fair, it would have been better in hindsight to have built, you know, like troop buildings or something like that, or actually anything other than that. Oh well, never mind. Right, do you have a better chancellor? Yes. What's your chance of fabricating a claim? 8% yearly. You are sacked. 14% chance yearly. Look at that. That's a lot better. And we can wait till the end of time with this guy, so it's not such a big deal. So Jarl Sebastian II of Cheyenne has 6,200 men. I'm just tempted to go to war with the goddamn guy. Because as it stands right now, we're waiting for this claim. We could just seize the city of Cicero, whatever it was called, and then seize the coast of Chicago, right? Which is just grand old Merchant Republic mechanics there. Very basic, basic stuff. So I think we just grab that, because that's going to guarantee, at least in 10 years' time, because that's a minimum amount of time we need for both of these truces to expire. Oh, we only need to wait for one to expire, technically. So 5 years' time, we've guaranteed Chicago either way, because at the rate we're going, we're never going to get the bloody place. Let's hire, I mean, anybody, because we've got the money for it, realistically. And let's hire you guys, and let's get to it. How is he not dead? Gordy, you're 60. You've been in hiding for years. Have we still got the plot against him as well? Oh, it's gone down. Edmund, welcome. Welcome to my plot, Edmund. I'm almost certain, now I might be wrong on this one, unless your intrigue is high enough, you can't actually fire certain murder plots unless you have someone else helping you, right? I might be wrong on that one. Oh god, Hedwig, I wasn't expecting that. Holy shit. Make a perfect sacrifice for the Omnisire. Torleaf. Goodbye, Torleaf. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that certain plots just straight up can't fire unless you have conspirators in your plots as well. There you go, enjoy. Right, get rid of this rebellion. We're actually helping them out here, which is kind of annoying. She should rest. And where's the capital? Obviously, we want to take the war goal. Capital of Cheyenne. Oh, wow. Is it all the way over there? Are you joking? What is this? I thought we've got Exclave Independence enabled. We have. Exclave Independent rules at peace will be removed on succession unless they're connected to the capital by at least one county via a naval path or part of the character's de jure territory. Oh, I bet they have a naval path then, don't they? No? Oh, does that count as a... Can you sail through there? You know what, that actually might count as a naval path. But how is this connected to... I don't know. I have no idea. Oh well, we'll wait and see. Maybe when he dies it'll all splinter. In fact, that's probably how Cheyenne became separate anyway. At first, Hedwig struggled to rest properly in a dark room, but I had a brilliant idea to have a bard tell her stories from the outside, and it's become a lot more bearable for her. Sure, it's great news. This random lady that I wasn't ever expecting to get any more heirs out of in 1,000 years managed to do that. To the great Game Gear, from Chief Mickle of the Minnesota Norsemen, the inability of our previous employer to provide contractual pay has caused us to look for employment elsewhere. We would serve your honor if you would have us. Sure, thank you. I mean, we don't need you, but thank you for the offer. Have some maids dispatched, of course. I mean, it would just be cruel not to at this stage, given the amount of gold we've got. Now, unfortunately, we can't lead troops for ourselves, because, of course, we are spy master to oversee Gordon the Brutal. I'm just going to resign. Toughness. Tough it out. Lose a trait wounded. Nice. Be nice if we also lost, like, malnourished or something. Can we not just resign? Yeah, resign from your council. I'm sorry. We're just going to lead troops instead, because you're a garbage man. On pilgrimage. Oh, we're not stuck on a bloody expedition again, are we? This fucking mod, you're driving me mad. Yeah, I think that the salvage expedition could have done with a lot more time in the oven, a lot more testing. I don't know how popular the Rust cultists are to play. I don't know how, you know, how much time the devs have spent on them, whether this is just a very old, you know, relatively unupdated religion or something. But it seems like they're just a little bit broken. Rust cultists from nearby Ram attempted to salvage old world artifacts from your lands. Let's drive them away. It would have really sucked to have just played. I was originally thinking of playing a Rust cultist without playing as a Merchant Republic. And honestly, if we'd have done that, we'd have had no, you know, we'd have had nothing. You know, we'd have had no game mechanics ready to mess around with. We're in a feudal lord with what? With the ability to go on salvage expeditions that give us nothing, are generally quite broken. And our assimilated son there, because he is, of course, our son. I wanted to set that up so that only if the mother was assimilated, the child would also be assimilated, but there's no way to do it, unfortunately. I think I talked about this before. You can set inheritable traits to 50-50. You could do it, I guess, so that there was an assimilated female and assimilated male traits, and then have the assimilated female trait inherit chance to 100% and the assimilated male to 0. That way it's always going to pass down the mother's line. That would kind of make sense, but they are nanomachines, son. I mean, you got to be pretty nano, huh? You know what I'm getting at. How is Babby formed and all that? Well, I think the nanomachines could probably get involved. Anyway, Henrik, you are going to be called. What have I not had? Obviously, we haven't had Dreamcast. The garbage console. Actually, it was pretty fun. Do you guys remember Choo Choo Rocket? That was great. So, Dreamcast is our... Oh, I missed the Saturn. Okay, well, we've got Saturn as well, and then I'm going to have to start thinking of a new naming scheme. So, if you've got anything to suggest, please, for the love of God, suggest that as soon as you can. Because I think we need to start working on a new naming scheme soon, because I'm running out of, like, older consoles off the top of my head. Right, so let's get you a matrilineal marriage with somebody around your age. You are 0. Maynard is 0, and he's ambidextrous. I'll take it. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'll just give you any sort of thrift education. There's another girl we have to marry off, isn't there? Angelica Liberty. Let's go matrilineal and sort of take a look here. 2 years old. Genesis. Oh, wait, we didn't marry off Genesis then either. Shit. Range betrothal. Hang on. Let me just double check that. Matrilineal. Genesis. Shit, yeah, no, I didn't. Let's mark him special interest and get him married off. There might be some girls available for him to marry. Yeah, there is a couple. We'll go for Louis. Courtier in Spencerville. There you go. No, not matrilineal. Thank you. In fact, I probably shouldn't say matrilineal with guys, should I? She's still the only one we've got available, though. So we go for Florence, but... Well, I mean, which one's close to his age? Florence is... Can't check. You'll do, whatever. There we go. Thank you. We should have checked who their father was, actually, but he's apparently a lord in Ohio, so that's something. He's definitely Rust cultist, if nothing else. Right, okay. So, Genesis, you are done. Get the hell out of here. And then we've got Angelica Liberty. Arranged betrothal between her and... Oh, shit, Dreamcast. Of course I haven't. Dreamcast has only just been born. We'll also mark Dreamcast as special interest then. Hopefully you guys appreciate a little more of this management that we're doing. So I very rarely do this, but I really don't want to see this family die out while we're, you know, off gallivanting around being immortal and whatnot. Yeah, we'll wait on you, because again, you've really got no one to marry besides close relatives, and we need to spend whatever relatives we've got, potentially marrying outside the family so we get as many as possible. Sacrifice him. Ulrich of Fort Berthold. Get the hell out of here. Berthold, this is what I'm going to say when I sacrifice him. Right, 57. 57%? What, did they re-siege? Oh, they've re-sieged it. I was going to say, that's not right at all, but they have, they're putting in the work there, so let's rush back over. See if we can keep an eye on their troops as well. Even now, the pregnancies over my wife's craving for exotic foods have not yet to stop. Stop being fat, you've had enough. Seclude myself in prayer and meditation. This could be big. We've got enough piety. Oh, we need a larger bed. Holy shit, what a horrible thing to say. Oh, wow. We lost Lunatic. The nanomachines are curing his mind. Now all we've got to do is get rid of the Great Pox and then we're good. He's being reconstructed very slowly over the course of this episode. Incredible. We can mark ourselves a special interest. What? I've never noticed that before. Why would that even be a thing? Oh well. Right, so let's get these troops back down and counter-siege Chicago. We need to find their troops, because otherwise this is just going to be a back and forth. Friends with Harvey. My good friend Harvey. Thank you. I like your flag. Did you draw that yourself, or was that your kid in primary school? Right, okay. Take him out. Back down to Chicago. Now, I want to find their troops, and the easiest way to do that, short of checking every goddamn province in America, is keep assaulting it. Excuse me, just assault this down. Thank you. Just assault this down. Alright, we're good. Right, so what we want to do is go to these guys. We want to go, it's not superior, we want to go to you. We want to go vassals. Well, for anybody leading troops, so Freya, or Frederica, where is she? She's up here, so I think if we move this way, we'll probably come across an army. My wife Hedwig is pregnant again. I thought we needed a larger bed. Oh, wait, did they move back to Chicago then? Yeah, or she wants some more, whatever. Needs to keep the trade route running, absolutely fine. Where have they gone to? I think we just need to bait them out. Or we could just sit in Chicago and wait for the war score to tick up, because obviously that'll get there in no time. It's probably this. There they are. You fools. Let movement lock. Stop, and then intercept. Got him. I know that we were taking a crossing there. Oh, in fact, that might have been quite risky. Oh, shit, because we were in meditation, we're not leading the troops. Okay, we got very lucky with that. Getting 100 piety, thank you. We can move away from theology, folks, now. The only reason I was taking that so that we could get the 750 piety needed to reform the religion. Let's go for rulership. Why not? There we go. Focus on rulership, and it will also obviously give us a little bit of benefits to counteract some of the immortal issues we've got going on. Hedwig Liberty. Again, there's so many Hedwigs kicking around. Hang on, that's a mother's name, isn't it? You are going to be called the Saturn. I thought I forgot about the Sega Saturn. Cool. Everyone forgets about Sega. It's fine. When we're going to play Fighting Vipers. It was a great game. Don't diss Fighting Vipers. That was Street Fighter before Street Fighter was cool. It wasn't. Street Fighter was out long before that. Zero. So you can marry Stalgar, who's a strong man. And it's matrilineal as well. I'm kind of impressed about that one. Please treat Saturn, because she is got a good bloodline going on there. We good? Hey, Omnissiah, praise for... He's blessing me. The Omnissiah is blessing us for the management, the shrewd management of our household here. Okay, so now we are guaranteed next episode to get Chicago no matter what. All we've got to do is wait for... Put these down, they're just mercenaries, aren't they? Oh, well, we can put them down anyway, because we don't have too many troops left. So we're guaranteed to be able to declare war to seize Chicago, right? Oh, please don't tell me they've changed it. Oh, because it's tribal. I don't think that counts. I don't think you're allowed to do that. So we are going to have to still fabricate fucking claims. Are you joking me? Some big empires forming, though. Big Empire of the Big Sky, Superior, Iowa, or Ohio. Hudsonia was pretty big. Obviously, the Caribbean Empire is doing pretty strong. Colombian Confederacy, large. Mexico is large. Sierra Madre, they're doing pretty impressively. Then, of course, we did have Japan. Japan have been more or less wiped out at this point. They've been absolutely annihilated by the forces of Central America. They've got barely anything left. And then, of course, we got Russia. We actually do just have Russia down here. It's so weird that Russia and Japan turned up almost in the same place. It's a shame they didn't form some sort of joint empire, because that would have been awesome. Thank you all for watching. We're going to leave this episode here for today. We are back to obviously edited videos, if you couldn't tell already. So this is hopefully going to move a lot quicker. I want to reform the religion. We can't keep not having the religion reformed. It's got to happen tomorrow. I'm really surprised that our leader's still alive. 63. He's really trucking on. We blasted through like 4 years then. My God. There's no way he's going to be alive. Next episode, I think, Reformation is definitely on the cards. You know who else is on the cards? As in my good boy cards. What's that supposed to mean? That's right, it's the Insane Top Tier level patrons. You know where this was going. Thank you to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sidini, Conspired T, Crazy Pack, Crosis, Eric B, Escape, Fukunda Vasquez, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Necrophilan, Palvis Presley, Sirthal the Swede, Tom Terry 18, Backers Backers, and Zazzy7011 for their support the Insane Tier levels on Patreon. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for keeping the channel alive and kicking. It is much appreciated. And of course, the same goes out to first things first, the Twitch subscribers. Apologies, I haven't been streaming for a while. I explained this in Believe It Was Game of Thrones as well. But because we started after the end, obviously I'm adding a lot of custom content to it. The Game of Thrones mod I've added some custom content to. We've got RimWorld, which I had to set up a whole new mod pack for, so I've been really strapped for time. Like, even these videos have been, I mean, it's 4 in the morning right now to put it into perspective, so I've really been grinding away here, but we should be back, hopefully, to a regular schedule soon. Either that or I'll die, so you're not going to get Twitch streams either way. Thank you to Acero, Adam Person, Andrew Wilson, Betimus Max, Sidini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Connie 2 and 7, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haj Dumar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Ice the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Johan DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plott, Llewellyn Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pan Samu, Panther Paul, Smirt Worm, The Insane Pickle, Will Wade, Wolfie, and Zico. Thank you all for your support.